Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Queen's Wish 2. So last time I decided to just randomly stop out here in the middle of nowhere, and somehow my mouse has stopped working correctly. There we go. Fixed itself. Right, and we should be about to enter another encounter in this clearing, I think? Yes, indeed. You find another group of brigands. They have another wagon. They were wise and patient enough to haul their loot farther back into the forest before they started squabbling over the contents. Thanks, Cat, for that input. The looks of surprise when they see you are highly satisfying. Okay, if you say so. Can we actually just sneak past? Nope. Guess that wouldn't have made sense. Not that I would have actually snuck past them, of course. Let's see here. Our mana, specifically, well, actually both our spellcasters' mana is not looking amazing. How armored are these people? Pretty armored. This one, not so much. Okay, the archers seem like relatively easy targets, but everyone else is pretty heavily armored, so that's... yeah, that sucks a little bit. I guess I could have my warriors charge forward. Unless they can't? Well, I'm gonna try. Nope, that guy is apparently not reachable. Except from here? Yes. Critical for 15. Could be better, but I guess I'll have to take it. could have charged down the same one, but obviously that would have wasted the stun. Not that this one was stunned, or maybe it wasn't. Whatever. But actually, you know, already used their turn. That was a pretty good hit with magic. I mean, I know there is like the final encounter against a brigand leader coming up after this, and I would like to, of course, do all these encounters without having to recover in between to rest. And so I'm gonna try my best to not have her use any energy. I mean, a single fireball would do a lot of work here, assuming it hits all of them. It's very tempting, but we're obviously only going to recover 1 energy from this fight, right? Definitely not more than 2. So I would absolutely come out with a loss. Now, it might be worth buffing for 2. He still has 8 energy. I probably need to heal at least once after this fight. I mean, we haven't made any progress yet, basically. But of course, this might prevent us from taking a lot of damage in the first place and allow us to kill them much faster. Wow, okay. It's not a particularly amazing start here, I gotta say. If you go there, will a whirlwind hit that guy? I think so, right? Yes. Yes, it would have. Theoretically. Gonna move you forward a little bit. Single target attack against that guy. Okay, good. That's 1 down. That helps. We do have our potions. Hit that guy, even though, yeah, it's not gonna deal a lot of damage. He needs some sort of healing. Yeah. As in right now. 24. Could be better, but, you know. We could take out that guy, or we could bang on another whirlwind next turn, taking out more than one of these guys. I guess that's what I did. Up there, and whirlwind. Okay, well, I guess that works. 1 damage, 6 damage, come on, man. Take him out. Ah, so close. Evaded, thank you. I'm gonna move you forward, take out another guy. This one's actually pretty low. These are both archers? Yes. Okay, so it doesn't really matter. I guess I can finish off that guy with a very much wasted 66 damage. Crit. Oh well. Thank you for avoiding some more damage there. There we go. Alright. That was honestly not as painful as I thought it might be. And Really, only Atantuo took damage, so I guess we can get away with a single target heal. And maybe another potion for him? Yeah. That was a very, very bad potion roll, but, you know. I'll take it. Exit combat. You search the camp for treasure, but you find nothing of value. This little portion of the brigand clan was given the least valuable wagon to loot through. Okay. We get 1 energy back. Yeah, that had to be expected. That's a pretty long way around. Oh god, there might be another encounter along the way. Save? No, it seems like we're good. Yeah, no one here. Okay. That's good at least, but yeah, well, I mean, she has 7 energy now. He's down to 6. So 1 buff and 2 group heals. I mean, that might be enough. Should be enough, hopefully. Maybe this last encounter isn't even going to be that much more difficult than the previous ones. Hello? At last you have found the main force of the brigand clan in this forest. They knew you were coming. However, they aren't prepared for an ambush. Instead, they're kneeling. A druid stands before them, murmuring an incantation. When they rise to face you, they look crazed with rage. Somehow they have been elevated to a state of berserk rage. They scream and charge. Okay. Do we fight that druid? I guess so. Chronos druid, indeed. Well, we should probably try to take that guy out ASAP, as we typically want to do with spellcasters. Of course, we also have these warriors to deal with. Okay, the Stalker does not have as much physical armor. The Serpents... Well, I didn't even bother to look at them. Oh, let's, ooh. Okay, that's a good start. Very good damage despite their armor. I mean, there's absolutely no reason to hold back on this fight. However, even with a fireball, I'm not gonna get most of them. Or not gonna get all of them. Most of them, yes. Not the druid, though. Yeah, he is unfortunately pretty far away there. Unless he moves forward, I'm not gonna get him. And he's definitely gonna do something nasty. I mean, what she can do is move forward. Oh god. She's not gonna reach him with a spell, is she? Nope. With a single target shock, that is. I mean, I basically have enough for 2 fireballs and a shock, for example. So... No! I'm dumb! I completely wasted her turn. Instead of... for some reason I thought I could take 2 more steps. That's extremely stupid. I was gonna throw the first fireball to include the druid and as many of the other people as I could, but... Well... Unfortunately, I'm an idiot. Okay, that guy is bleeding to death. These people move forward. You what now? Did he move through the freaking serpent? Okay, wow, this is a comedy of errors so far. I guess you can do that, even though obviously that guy was gonna die anyway, but still, damaging 3 enemies effectively. Pretty good. Well, it turns out that the druid didn't actually do anything yet. Wow, amazing crits there. We'll see. Ooh. I'm gonna heal him. Well, I mean, single target heal is kind of inefficient. I suppose three of us are in need of some healing, so I'm gonna go with the group heal. Unfortunately, he did not get another action. I would really like to take out this druid, so I'm gonna do that. Who knows what they might have done otherwise. Well, you can just stand here and keep spamming Whirlwind because it's just that good. And now suddenly we aren't really facing that many more enemies. And we cannot get most of them without hitting our own people, which I'm not going to do. However, you can actually use this rare opportunity to use a cone spell. That's gonna hit 3 enemies. I mean, that's pretty good. What? Okay, I actually have to click. Wait. Oh. No, that's gonna hit Chip. Never mind. Well, in that case... In that case, I don't know. Move closer? It's not gonna work any better, is it? Maybe it does, actually. Yeah, no, of course that works. I mean, it's unfortunate that we just barely don't get that guy. But 3 is better than nothing. There we go. The damage wasn't... actually, it was okay, I suppose. Can't really complain. Yeah, you definitely need some more healing. You can drink a potion, though. Do more whirlwind, I guess, because why not? This guy... well, we'll just finish him off. Oh, he didn't deal as much damage as he could have, because I forgot to switch to his real weapon. But he gets another chance, and that's that. Exit combat before we take any more poison damage. At last, the brigands in this forest have been eliminated. You search their camp, you find no treasure. What? There is a perplexing lack of wealth. Yeah, indeed. You also find their clan banner trampled into the mud in the skirmish. An appropriate end. Haven tries to treat the clans of the Rokash with great respect, but only when they obey the law. Yeah, great respect, I'm not sure about that. And these rogues took advantage of your inattention to do harm. But none can hide from Haven's justice for long. Yeah, sure. Well, the complete lack of tricky game. That's where they store their stuff. At last, you find the cache for this brigand clan. They hid all of their best loot back here. You find coins, a nice suit of chainmail, and a scroll. 160 coins, as well as road chainmail and relevant lore. That's the scroll. Good. Honestly, I prefer that over another consumable scroll. Road chainmail. Is this nice? Actually, it's pretty defensive. Stun resist, speed, 10% speed penalty. Yeah, well, of course, the biggest downside, the one big downside, is no augment slots whatsoever. And of course, it's also worse than what we have. But it sells for a decent amount, so I'm not complaining. Yeah, obviously, no one needs anything without any slots in it, so there's that. Also, somehow, I'm pretty sure these paths were not open before, but they are now. So there's that. Okay, well, I mean, our mana is relatively depleted here, so I guess we have to rest before attempting anything else. We have discovered all of these locations, which we still have to go to. Yes. All 4 of these, actually. Well, no, not the Rosecut Pass. We do want to save that for later. Okay, yeah. But we do have these 3 locations here, which should keep us busy for a while. Not sure which one I want to visit first. This one is the slime-infested one. This is the one where a rogue Havenite has created a band of brigands and is holding this pass, or something like that. And then, of course, there is the Mistglen, where we actually have 2 quests. Also, this one is... well, there is some mysterious poison fog that's apparently extending to the surrounding areas, the surrounding dwellings, and affecting the people negatively. So, it seems appropriate that we take care of that, right? To help people improve our reputation, and I mean, just for role-playing reasons, if nothing else. Yeah, we have to heal, though, before attempting any serious questing. Shop was not up here. Wait, what? Oh, it's here, I guess? Yes. Sell something, even though it's just this chainmail for 30. Okay, I mean, considering we were basically broke a moment ago, well, not too long ago, recovered quite a bit. That's good. And we should be able to rest for free. Wait. Trader, Kranis, Reggie. Oh, this guy. Well, we have not run into Sharyn's spirit on our limited visits to the Letha. Is this not the inn, though? Am I crazy? No, it should be. I suppose there is no innkeeper, specifically? No, I guess not. But we can't just rest there. I guess we are an honored guest. There might also be a resting opportunity in the actual Haven outpost, but Oh well. Okay, no theft, no theft. Alright. Yeah, we still technically have some resources to spend, but not around here. So, okay, off to Mistglen it is. Let's see what is causing this infestation. You cross a bridge and enter Mistglen. It is, even by the standards of the Crown, lovely. Light pools of mist form at your feet, and your steps kick up little clouds of fog. You hear no wildlife. Some clan has built a settlement here. You can see their tower, crops and tools. However, nobody is outside, and the crops are slowly dying. Strange. As you explore, you start to detect an odor, a faint, unpleasant, sour smell. The more of it you inhale, the sicker you feel. The trees and bushes look healthy enough, but the air is toxic. Mistglen claimed land by Authority of Haven. Oh, okay. I don't know that we knew that it was a Havenite colony? Or settlement? Well, we don't actually need any more sap. But, well. Still going to explore everything, of course. Hello. Surprised to find someone here. A middle-aged woman of the row greets you in the entry hall of this tower. She wears the leather garb of the Cronis, but it is nice, properly fitted, not too dirty, recently made by a proper craftsman. She bows and smiles. Welcome, Prince of Haven, to our humble home. I'm Lyaza, and I speak for my clan. I don't know what we did to deserve such a visitor in Mistglen in this terrible time, but I promise that we are grateful. How did your clan come to Mistglen? It is our claim. My clan used to be in the Gentle Coast, but it did not suit us. We had to leave, so we obtained land out here in the wilds. The people here hate us, but we remain. We will stay as long as we can. Their hate won't shake us, but the poison coming from the earth might. People here hate the Gentle Coast? Oh, yes, they do, we know that. They see the Gentle Coast as overly settled, weak, decadent. I won't bother to argue with them. We know what is true. Why did you leave the Gentle Coast? It was too crowded, too peaceful, too controlled, too close to the laws of your empire. No offense, I guess. We needed to be in a place that is more wild, more free. Perhaps we get more wildness than we expected. How did you claim this land? It was granted to us by your governor, Governor Yvette. Mistglen was rich land, going unused. We argued with her that we could make it profitable. The folk of the Cronis wouldn't touch it. Yvette was hesitant to agree until we gave the proper offering. You paid Haven? That is Governor Yvette's way. It sure is. If you want Haven to smile upon you, you must offer tribute to her. She shrugs. It is the way of things. Well, not for much longer, but anyway, tell me about this land. Mistglen is a beautiful land. Everything grows well here, even though a light fog always hangs over the land. It is lovely. The fireflies glow at night. It is almost magical. I'm still surprised that the Cronis let us buy it out from under them. I guess that one of their sacred groves used to be here. Or maybe they knew that there was something bad going on. What happened to the grove? It died. There was magic here, and it faded. I don't know why. We asked a few Cronis who come out here, but they won't say anything. The Cronis don't want this land? None of them tried to stop us from settling here. They don't approve of our being here, but they're polite enough when they talk to us. We're Row, though. They can't hide their deep truth from us. We see that they don't want us here. This is our claim, though. We will stay as long as we can. Has the land been fruitful? It was for a time. Truly, we thought we'd found a true home for our clan. Then the vapors came. Now life is a struggle. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm surprised that people can't even live here when that clan that lives a bit away from here is suffering so much. So this is a terrible time? You must have heard. The forest has come alive. It is angry and it is attacking all here, Haven and Row alike. We have not been spared. The land puts off sickly vapors. They sicken our crops and our people. Yeah, I wonder if that's the same kind of effect, though. Certainly not happening anywhere else. Sickly vapors? A sour gas. You must be able to smell it. You absolutely can. It seeps out of the earth. It makes us sick. If you go underground, it grows dangerously strong. Where are these vapors coming from? She shakes her head. We don't know. We are not experienced warriors, not like the stalkers of the Cronis. We can't fight our way into the woods to battle the curse. Have you looked for help? We have done our best. We found a band of mercenaries and paid them in advance. They went into the woods a few days ago, and they have not returned. This will only make it harder to hire warriors. It's a pity. These old groves often have treasures hidden in them. Hint, hint. And if I wanted that treasure? She's surprised. I know that Havenites are skilled hunters. If you want to test yourself in our woods, feel free. Please keep any treasure you find. I mean, yes, I will. I'm looking for a druid named Adwil. Oh, yes. Right. Don't recognize that name, but... She thinks, we have caught glimpses of something humanoid wandering around in the mist. Something humanoid, huh? Avoids us. Though it was just a cow-wolf. I thought it was just a cow-wolf, but it walked upright. Huh. Okay. Well, we'll see if we can actually find her. I don't really remember what we technically know about that druid and why she might be avoiding contact with these people. Like if she's somehow lost her mind or something? No, I don't think so. But I guess we'll see once we actually meet her. Run as settlers. Oh, that's locked. Might be unlocked for us. Oh, I mean, it's not marked as stealing, so I'm gonna take it. Yeah, that door upstairs might be unlocked if we are successful here. Although it seems like the real reward is gonna be the treasure that we just find along the way. Save the game. And off we go. To the left, because why not? And we got some gassy blobs. Alright. So slimes both in this place and the other one that we're going to visit sometime soon. Kind of feel like I want to stay away from these things, but well, I mean, we can't reach this one unless we charge, so kind of forced to stay away for now. You can reach it, so why don't you heroically charge forward? Oh god, more slimes. But there's the first bit of treasure, so that's good. Okay, maybe actually take a look at their stats. Quite a bit of health, as I already noticed. Negligible amounts of armor, 30% physical evasion, which seems pretty typical for slimes. Surprisingly not resistant to bleeding or poison. So I guess I could go with a poison rain. Walk forward, attack this one. Okay, it's another one dead before it was able to really do anything. In fact, yeah, I guess none of them have actually done anything yet. Well, okay, there we go. Oh, that slime might not even have seen us, or else surely it would have come around this way, right? Well, who knows? No cleave, unfortunately. But another one down. Oh, and we leveled up from that. Huh. Not sure if that does anything for us immediately. Okay, now those definitely know we're here. This one has been slowed. No reason not to attack it. You could charge forward. I mean, they're all coming. But we could also avoid taking damage from them as much as possible. Just by avoiding direct contact, that is. This one might not be able to reach us. Nope. Sure didn't. So, with any luck, unless we miss too many attacks, and there is another one, hello. But yeah, unless we miss too many attacks, we should be good, and we were. Awesome. We might even get more than one energy back after this fight. Welp. That was a whiff. But yeah, surely we can just get this guy. Especially with a crit like that. Without even getting close to it. Or it getting close to us. Awesome. Well then, since we're gonna get that energy back anyway, might as well heal. Exit combat, and yes, we did indeed get 2 energy. Up to 2 energy. Well, that was an easy first encounter. I like it. Got some money. A special rune. Battle healer. Don't we already have that? No, we have equipment that gives us battle medic. Maybe? Maybe not. Is it a rune? Wait. I thought we had some sort of bonus to that. Oh, battle medic, yes. Of course, it's an augment in here. Right. We could put the other one into our helmet, of course. Well, hood, whatever. We might even technically have access to a better hood with 2 slots. I mean, I feel like we should probably have access to that. Either way, that's... it's not super crucial. It's just a slightly better chance to get a free action after healing. But, I mean, that's useful, for sure. I think it probably rarely decides the, you know, the course of a combat. But it's nice to have. Okay. There's a ladder in the middle of this tiny clearing. You look up and see that it enters the bottom of a treehouse. The tiny little structure is very well concealed. The foliage obscures it unless you're directly below it. You think you hear a shout and a thud coming from overhead. It was quiet, so you had a hard time hearing it over the rustling of the trees. Then there's only quiet coming from within. Huh, mysterious. The treehouse. Could this be where the druid is hiding? I mean, kind of sounds like it, maybe? Oh, yeah, sure. Sure enough, there she is. What is this? The book is mostly written in some sort of code. You can't make any sense of it. However, inside the back cover, someone wrote something in a great hurry. Bottom right, up, up, left, left. All the way up, down, down, left, left, left. Should I note that down? I'm going to do it. Just in case. Although the game has not really required me to, you know, keep notes like this. It's probably whatever this refers to. If it refers to the solution of an actual puzzle, it's probably going to happen automatically after I read it, but because I can't really imagine how I would enter a sequence like this. Well, I guess it depends on what it's even referring to. Bottom right, up, up, left, left, all the way up. Down, down, left, left, left. Okay. It's quite a bit left. All right. We'll see if that proves useful. It might also make more sense after we actually talk to the druid. Hello. The lone resident of this treehouse is sitting by the far wall sipping some tea. She's a druid of the Kranis, and she looks very nervous. I'm Druid Adwil, she says, holding the teacup in her trembling hand. I'm a watcher of the woods, and I don't want to talk to you. You might actually want to talk to us. I mean, it would make sense, I guess, in this case, to open with the quest-relevant choice here, because she's clearly nervous and doesn't want to talk to anyone, except, of course, if they're being sent by Erud Falis, like we are. For a moment, Druid Adwil looks terrified. Just a moment. You see a tiny motion out of the corner of your eye. The druid claps her hand to her neck. Then she turns pale and starts to gasp. What? Are you alright? Is there a Geldnas in here who literally just assassinated her? She twitches and makes a little gasping noise. Her hand falls away, revealing that her neck has a little dart in it. You hear someone chuckle behind you, a woman with a deep voice. Turn to attacker. Who are you? Oh. You turn and find yourself facing 5 Rokash warriors. They were in the room when you entered, but some strange magic kept them concealed. Their leader is a woman with a long, wicked sword in one hand and a long tube in the other. She has the calm, precise movements and cold eyes of a trained killer. Well, now, of course, I can't help but wonder if I could have had a bit more of a conversation with the poor druid before triggering this assassination by mentioning the harvester. Well, thankfully, she did leave some crucial instructions for us in her book. Anyway, I am Vionel of the Geldnas, she says. You are interrupting the private business of the row. She lifts the flap of a satchel hanging from her belt. You see an old Callum scroll inside. Fortunately, we are done. We will go now. Well, we'll see about that. Will the druid die? I certainly hope so. The Geldnars don't appreciate having our time wasted. Well, we should... Well, I guess we technically already mentioned the Harvester, but I feel no need to mention it to her again. Do you know who I am? I am Prince Atantuo of Haven. Lionel looks insulted. Of course we know who you are. We have not interfered with you in any way. I beg to differ. I literally came here to talk to this person and you killed them before they were even able to tell us anything or to even say hello. So, yes, you definitely did interfere in our business. It's kind of ridiculous to claim otherwise. We are not fools enough to interfere with the royalty of Haven. Well, unfortunately for you, you did. Please return the favor. I demand that you give me that scroll. I don't know why I want that scroll. I really just want to attack them. Lionel sighs. We have discussed what to do if the situation emerged. Please be assured that the Geldnars has a lot of debate about it. We had a lot of debate about it. We really carefully considered it. Or is that supposed to be a scroll they took from her? Maybe. Anyway, we decided that if this happened, the best thing for us would probably be that you die. Ah, nice. I was... Weren't there supposed to be 5 people? Okay. These don't seem so bad. She's obviously a little bit tougher. Quite a bit of resistance to effects. Okay, anyway. Do this. Ah, yes, there are more people around the corner. Not unexpected. Step away from her. I guess we're gonna try to take out these other enemies first. Although they're also pretty tough, but, well, not that tough. Unfortunately, yeah, I mean, I had to move into a slightly better position here. But now I can't switch weapons. Still gonna do this, though. Unfortunately, that guy evaded. And, yeah, that's not great. You can step away from them. I mean, he's gonna die. He's a shock. Nice, 65. Wasn't expecting the kill there, but I'll take it. You step away and heal. Guess we've taken a lot of damage already. Battle medic kicked in. Okay, she blessed her people. Oh wait, she's not actually died yet. She hasn't actually died yet. She isn't actually dead yet. I didn't even realize. Okay. God, am I gonna be able to heal her? Also, didn't my group healing affect her? I guess not. Man, I mean, we're hasted. I really hope that... And she's actually slow. So I hope that our healer gets another turn before she becomes active. Anyway, you can... Actually... You can walk all the way there, right? Yes. Yes, you can. No, wait, what? Oh, no, of course, I'm such an idiot. I could have manually walked around, but I didn't. Okay. And now I managed to... Oh. I'm just not playing at, you know, the best of my ability today. I'm not sure what's causing it, but, I mean, I guess we're doing okay. Heal her? And if she's literally just poisoned, and if having her survive this fight actually means that she's not gonna die. I really thought that her death was scripted. Obviously, it sounded like it. But, well, that would be really nice and unexpected. Ouch. Yikes. Okay, yeah, probably cure yourself. And I guess do a group heal. Yeah, it just doesn't affect not party members. Wow. Okay, heal again and cure. More importantly, that person is definitely gonna die. She's still poisoned. Just in case it makes a difference. Oh wow, that's heavy poison. Okay, let's try again. Can it be cured? Maybe it's like an infinite amount of poison. I'm gonna try again. Wow. Okay. She might be dying. She probably has more health than... Oh. Vionel is a vicious warrior and terrifyingly fast. Maybe she was actually already down to 1 health and this was scripted to happen. Yet she can't resist the skill of Haven forever. You managed to land a solid blow on her. She spits at the ground, furious. I should not even be doing this. Warriors, finish this. Before you can react, she vanishes. No. What? No spells, no magic trinkets. She's just gone and the plants go with her. So that was literally scripted to happen upon her death, right? Because, yeah, she took another 8 damage there as soon as her turn happened. That's annoying. That is annoying. And the druid is now just gonna die? Shatters and gasps, she's in no state to talk. Now that the attackers are gone, you are alone with the druid. Check on the druid. You inspect the druid and find surprisingly that she's still alive. She raises her hand and mutters a few words. It takes some time, but her spell manages to stabilize her. She unsteadily rises to her feet. I can help you, hopefully. She waves you away. I appreciate you saving my life, but I'm no friend of Haven. I will be able to return to safety on my own. Okay, but you are going to survive. That's unexpected. Huh. Also, I mean, we have been sent by a friend of yours. Doesn't that change things? Huh, I guess not. Who were your attackers? They were the Geldnas. They want the Harvester. I'm sure Faalis told you. He can tell you far more than I. I had an errand and I failed. I'm done with the matter. I have to go hide now. You should get to safety. She nods. I will. Take a message to Faalis. Tell him to look to the worm's teeth. Look to the worm's teeth, okay. She begins to pack up a satchel for her journey. She ignores all of your questions. Eventually, she manages to get herself down the ladder. You are alone. Alright. Well, unfortunately, we only got a little bit of that energy back. I mean, I had a feeling, obviously, after the first cleansing didn't actually remove all of the poison, that it was either like 99 stacks of it or something, or just literally infinite and not supposed to be curable, but, you know, I had to try. So, yeah, obviously, stopping Violetta? No. What was her name? Vionel. Was never an option. She was scripted to get away with the plants, and thus the hunt continues. Still a bit unfortunate though, but oh well, what can you do? So yeah, that left us a little bit exhausted, but we'll see how these next couple of encounters are going to go. More slimes. I mean, the first couple of slime encounters were pretty easy, so with any luck we'll be able to deal with these in a similar fashion. That's a good start for sure. Not that great, but yeah, physical evasion, of course. Okay. Go for... actually... attack that one. Nice. Good, good. Okay. We'll see. Yeah, that did give us one more energy back. Very valuable. Get some money. And into the poisonous underground. This was a natural tunnel that has been widened and reinforced by the clan above. Perhaps this was going to be a mine. Maybe they were going to ferment wine down here. There are lots of uses for a nice big dungeon. Alas, the vile gases in the air are far stronger down here. Down there? Down here. You immediately start to choke and your throat burns. Yeah, we should have brought some sort of gas mask. As long as these gases are in the air, the longer you are down here, the worse it will be. Is that so? Well, we'll see if that actually has an effect on gameplay somehow. We aren't immediately poisoned, which is what I was afraid might happen, but it might actually happen yet. In the dim light, you can see a battle happening to the east. There are two warriors there. They're in an utter panic, trying to run toward the exit behind you. Several rootlings have crawled out of the ground and blocked their escape route. They are hacking at the creatures, utterly lost in terror. Okay, so obviously those mercenaries we have been told about. Really, you can't reach them from there? I guess not. Terrified mercenary. I mean, it's surprising that they're even still alive after several days down here, and that they happen to make their way almost to the exit just in time for us to arrive here, or the other way around. Oh, please survive a little bit longer. Well, I mean, for being lost in terror, he did some pretty serious damage there. I would like to keep them alive, of course, so unfortunately... There you go. Walk 6? No, no. Surely. Really? Huh. Well... Walk as far as you can then, I guess. Take out that one. I mean, I could charge them down, but... I guess we're making some good progress here, as it is. Ooh. Okay, he blocked the damage. That's very good. He's bleeding some more, but I'm sure he's gonna be fine. Or is he? Both bleeding. I mean, this guy, depending on if he gets hit again, I guess he might be fine. This one I should probably at least cure. Oh, my precious, precious energy, though. And he might be dying anyway. I'm gonna have to try again to keep them alive. Okay, he took 10 more damage. Okay, he walked away to do a leaping attack? Well, you probably just saved both of your lives by stunning that thing. So good job. Nice. Okay, you should be fine, right? Utterly lost in panic. Okay, and they actually survived. You're welcome. The poisonous vapors in these tunnels start to overcome you. You double over, hacking and wheezing. Oh. Okay, so it's just... It's not a guaranteed poison on anyone? On everyone? Instead, our normal poison resistances, I guess, apply. Which is good. 5 turns total? That's rough. I really can't afford to just constantly cure people. But I also really can't afford to take all this damage. I suppose, I mean, she's perfectly healthy. So I guess I can just sit out this poison and have her drink a potion once it's done. I'm gonna save. I guess we got away pretty easy with only one person being poisoned. Ooh. Faculum blob. I'm assuming we can't just attack that across these stones. Wait, we got 10 experience for something just now? Oh, one of the terrified mercenaries escapes. Nice. So we didn't just do that out of, you know, out of, whatchamacallit. Well, anyway, charity, I guess, or whatever. But we're actually getting something for it, which is even nicer. Well, she's almost back to full energy. Let's do a shock on this guy, and hopefully we can, yeah, finish that one off with a weaker attack. Okay. I suppose the smart thing would be... Okay, so her poison has run out, and she hasn't really taken that much damage from it. The smart thing would be to probably just stay in combat, because that way less time passes, right? Compared to moving outside of combat. And thus, you know, we get fewer chances to get poisoned, I guess. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm surprised it didn't actually do anything. Yet. Bloodletting, nice. And it's probably just gonna bleed to death, but, well, it never got a chance to do so. Even better. I probably should not have charged forward like that. Okay, this one is a little bit bad. I guess with 3 people being poisoned, it's probably worth curing that. We cannot reach you from there, right? Might as well try. Nope. Okay, just to make sure everyone's in range and line of sight, we do this. Can't reach? Ah, oh well. Alright, now it's coming, but it should be too late. Seems like the entrance to the central chamber is right around the corner. Yeah. So we'll be able to deal with that, with the source of the poison pretty soon, hopefully. And yeah, I mean, our healer's mana is not looking amazing, but maybe it's good enough. Well, there are quite a few more blobs there, so there's that. Not an amazing start. Well, that being said, she can't move further. Only getting 2 of them? No, that's not good enough. Just, what? Okay, just don't do anything? Again, I didn't actually do anything. Except, I think the game might have walked her away automatically because... Yeah, that must be what happened. Okay. Silly, but it's what it is. Yeah. Evaded. That's a shame. Also a shame that that one did not actually move. So... we might not actually... get them both killed. I guess I'm gonna just make sure to kill one of them. The other option, of course, would have been to use a poison rain just on the 2 of them, damaging both, well, killing one and damaging the other. Ooh, that was 3 energy recovered? Not bad at all. There is another slime around the corner, though. Pretty sure. Let's save this anyway. Looking to the west, you can see a giant mound of rotting garbage. At least, that's what you thought it was. It suddenly shudders and wiggles. Clouds of greenish gas spray out of holes in its sides. It's alive and it's spraying foul vapors into the air. It must be the source of the poisoned air that is slowly killing you. Yes. Sure seems like it. Well then. Approach it some more and start to make it bleed. Also, actually take a look at its stats. Not a ton of health, not a ton of armor, 20% physical resistance or evasion, just less. I guess it makes sense for it to be less evasive than the smaller ones because it's probably just less mobile. And no magical evasion, that's nice. Okay, and it can be bled and poisoned freely, so that's nice as well. Obviously, even though it doesn't seem like this thing should take a ton of effort to defeat, I'm still gonna take all the precautions. Okay, it sprays poison, as one might expect. There's a stupid blob approaching as well. Still gonna focus on the boss. That thing needs to go first for sure. Spread out some more, just in case. I guess it should help to avoid any future poison sprays, or reduce the effects of it anyway. Cat is running around some more. Okay, that was unfortunately a miss, but you know, otherwise worked out pretty well. Let's try that again. Okay, stun resisted. Evaded. Well, do another one of these, I guess. Critical for 69. Nice. Bleeding some more. Poison Rain hitting only one of us. Very good. Also, yeah, that's slime. Not sure what happened with this one. If it's the same one that approached us before. Why it's afraid to enter its master's chamber or something. Who knows? Okay, there's one of them. I mean, this thing is absolutely gonna die. You walk away. You walk away. Shoot it and kill it. Awesome. Nice. Gassy? Whatever that means. When you deliver your final blow, the blob falls apart. It breaks up into huge moist chunks of goo and trash that falls apart. The air quality down here instantly improves. That's what I was hoping for. The foulness fades, but it doesn't disappear. Whatever is cursing Mistland, you still haven't found and eliminated it. Oh. That's unfortunate. I'm still going to do this. And hopefully, we're not going to get repoisoned immediately. I guess we'll see if another poisoning gets triggered. Come on. Wait for the next slime. That's obviously, yeah, wanting to approach us. Nice. Okay, I can switch you to your melee weapon. Exit combat. Get a flawless crystal. Some coins and a fortunate charm. Plus 5% to hit chance. Okay, I guess I should probably figure out who has the lowest hit chance. To hit 10%, 13, 5, and 5. Does it seem like someone is missing a lot? Not really. I guess the other question is, who tends to hit the hardest, and whose attacks do I want to make sure hit as often as possible? I mean, everyone's, of course. I guess hers, maybe? I mean, spells definitely can miss, yeah. And obviously it sucks when, you know, some targets are not hit by a fireball or something. So yeah, I guess I'll actually give that to her. And also she doesn't actually have any charms yet, so that makes sense. Alright, awesome. That should help a little bit. Game saved. Yeah, let's save manually again. Oh, that's just a giant slime. Presumably not part of the problem, only a symptom, not the source. So where does this go? Okay, right, there was more to this Glen, I guess. Oh yeah, this looks... Mindless Warrior, hello. Are these the rest of the mercenaries who didn't make it out? Maybe. At the far end of this clearing, you see several row warriors. At first, you dare to feel a moment of hope. Then you see the jerky, mindless way they move and the careless way they swing their weapons around. Their skin has a greenish tint and their expressions are utterly blank. Some magic here has infected them, controlling their minds completely. If you aren't careful, the same fate will affect you. They lurch toward you, clumsily raising their weapons. As you prepare for their attack, you hear something huge lumber through the undergrowth nearby. At last, you are near the heart of the infection. Well, we don't actually see the huge thing yet. Might be coming from there? Or from behind them? We'll see, I guess. Well, for now, we obviously want to start like that. Yeah, there's definitely something coming. Okay, we technically see it, but we don't actually. Switch weapons was 2, yes, okay. So we can do that and still attack, yes. So let's do that. Okay, can we not see you? Alright. Can we get all of you with a fireball? No, we can't. But I mean, from the description it seems, and also from the weapons they're holding, it seems like they should all just come charging us to attack in melee. And not pull out some ranged weapon. So I'm gonna wait until they are a bit closer together. I suppose there's a chance that maybe these could be saved by destroying whatever that thing is. The Horror of the Woods. Similar stats to the slime, but less physical evasion, which I like to see. Bleeding resist. Okay, that's unfortunate. Obviously one of our main sources of damage against anything that's susceptible to it. Yeah, I wonder. I mean, could it be that these will just snap out of it when we kill that thing? It might be worth trying. You're down to 4 energy. I would kind of like to save that energy for maybe one last Haven's Mercy, in case we get poisoned here, which definitely seems like a possibility. Yeah, I'm gonna play it safe, I suppose. I mean, the Horror does not have a ton of health, so that's good. Can we attack it from there? Nope. Definitely not. I mean, you can actually just charge to it. The enormous plant thing stomps on the ground with its roots. Cracks appear in the dry earth. Nothing emerges from the cracks. You destroyed the source of the poison gas below. Okay. The mindless, malevolent plant doesn't realize that its attack is ineffective. Awesome. So I guess it would have caused all of us to poison, or to get poisoned with that, presumably. Speaking of which, it can be poisoned, so we will do that. And I guess I'll just try to ignore these guys as much as I can. This is once again where... actually, we could terrify them. I haven't done that in a long time. It's down to 6. I can definitely afford to terrify 2 of them, right? If they even can be terrified. Hold on. Mental resist 20%. Okay. Bleeding immune, but we still deal pretty good damage here. Walk forward, switch weapons. Wait, hold on. We want to attack just normally, although it seems like we are not getting poisoned here. Probably, well, I could have used her to terrify, right? Unless, I'm not sure if she actually has it, or if I get rid of that. Terrify you? Fear resistant. Oh well. And of course I was wrong, and some of them actually did turn out to be ranged attackers. Also, I'm absolutely not expecting these guys to just turn peaceful. But you never know. I mean, we're almost there. She does indeed not have fear. Alright. But took out the thing. The plant horror has been destroyed. Moments later, a gentle breeze blows away the foul stink that fills the air. It does not return. You have beaten back the hostile magic of the Crown's Woods. This land has been reclaimed from its furious magic. The settlers here have won a temporary reprieve. And unfortunately, these guys will not be saved. Oh well, in that case... Sorry, man. But I guess I'm doing you a favor, ultimately. There, let's end it quickly. Ouch. Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare, sir. if they actually manage to... Oh, if they actually manage to kill her, or any one of us, with some rogue crit at the end, that would have absolutely sucked. But nope, no such bad luck this time around. Okay, 1 energy returned. Well, you can absolutely drink both of your potions, why not? You can drink 1. And yeah, let's see what we get. Silver bars, gold bars, Ancient Ember, awesome. Incanter's Ring, +2 to magical damage, +15 to blessing spells. What an odd combination. I guess technically the mage has the haste spell, right? Okay, what do you have again? +2 physical damage. I mean, you never deal any magical damage. It's so unfortunate. But obviously, he's the one who primarily uses blessings. The one blessing that I ever use. It's a ruby pendant. Physical armor, shield ally. +1 to shield ally. What is that again? I think that's an ability that you can train some other way as well. Okay, anyway, Incanter's Ring, one thing at a time here. Surprised to find 2 magical artifacts just in one chest. That's unusual for sure. The other option, of course, would be her. +1 to Poison Rain is nice. The poison resistance, I mean, obviously 5% at this point is not really gonna make a difference. She's gonna mostly benefit from the magical damage, or she's gonna benefit most from that, for sure. And it's gonna make up, in part, for the, you know, reduction in Poison Rain level. Which I haven't been using as much anymore. I've definitely been using the Fireball more recently. And anyway, the Poison Rain's main effect is the extra poison, which I don't think is affected by the extra level. Blessing spells. I mean, we already have bonuses to blessing spells, but there are only so many ways you can get extra magical damage, so I think we're actually going to give this to her. Of course, now our Poison Rain is actually back to only being level 1. So I mean, I guess I was gonna put my next point into it again to bring it back to level 3. Now it's gonna be back to level 2, which is still pretty good. Ruby Pendant, though. I mean, physical armor is nice for anyone. 1 empty slot is decent. Shield ally. Okay, you take that for now. Of course, I mean, the extra damage to human and enemies is nice, but, well, actually it is pretty useful, isn't it? Those tend to be among the toughest enemies, so having any extra damage against them, especially to overcome their sometimes ridiculous armor, yeah, that's actually a pretty good thing, actually. Plus the 3 slots, of course, which is hard to give up. For him, well, yeah, I guess he could take that. I mean, he absolutely could. We'd have to get rid of either the curse or the speed bonus. Or curse resist or speed bonus. Which I guess I can do. Yeah. I don't think there's really anyone else who qualifies. I mean, she doesn't really... I suppose I could give it to her, but the poison resist is nice to have. I would give her this... I would put the speed bonus rune in it, and obviously she would still gain 1 physical armor. So it wouldn't be terrible, yeah. This one's also going to be hard to replace, despite not having slots. Anyway, no, I think this is okay for him. The shield ally. Let's see if I can see what it is. Shield ally, unless it's not trainable actually. Oh, maybe it's one of the abilities you can actually train at or learn at the tower. No, but then it would actually be here. In that case, I thought I had seen that before. I guess not. Unless it's just here? No, I don't think it is. It's evasion charm. Well, in that case... I mean, what does it sound like? Shield ally sounds like you might occasionally take damage in place of an ally within a certain range. Kind of a paladin or knight type ability, which Yeah, I guess he can be that kind of character, right? If it actually does cause you to take damage instead of an ally, obviously I don't want that on one of my squishier characters, so it only makes sense on one of the warriors, and he has the self-healing technically, which might or might not kick in often enough to make a difference. Okay, anyway, that's just a shortcut all the way back to the beginning. That's nice. We have another stump here, which is also completely dried and thus useless. However, there's also at least one more giant slime. Hello there. Speak of the devil, I guess. And it might or might not be guarding something. That is annoying. We're down to 4. Which means we can actually afford to use another heavy blow just to end this quickly. You can use your last mana to cure everyone. Maybe prematurely. Nope. We're actually done here. And that didn't give us anything. But, you know. Maybe someone's gonna appreciate and acknowledge that we actually took out every last monster. Probably not. Hello. I have purged Miss Glenn of evil influences. You tell her the tale. She's shocked. I had no idea that such powerful magic was plaguing us. It is gone now, but it may return. Well, I mean, those specific monsters are probably not going to return. But yeah, whatever caused them to appear here in the first place might still be at work, of course, who knows. We won't give up, though. We will prepare. If we want to live in the wilds, we must fight. Thank you, Prince. Please keep any old treasures you found while exploring. I will unlock one of our storerooms upstairs. Help yourself to what you find. Oh, and what happened to the mercenaries we hired? Dead, except for 2 of them. A true shame. I suppose we should send something to their survivors. Excuse me. Now that we have hope, we need to get to work. Alright. Surprised that... I mean, the game obviously rewarded me for saving those 2 mercenaries that hadn't succumbed to the madness yet. But no mention of it here. Oh well. Relevant lore. Nice. A lot of money, actually. An Amber Orb, which I believe... No? We have something better than that. Yes. Scroll of Calling. I still have not used a single one of these, have I? I really should at some point. We have 2 of them? Seems like it. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can have one. Awesome, not bad at all. Yeah, back up to 700 gold. And we got a couple of those research resources as well. Are we getting any resources from this place? Nope. Poison Fog Quest. Who even gave that to us? I guess someone from Sillin, probably. And of course the Harvester. For the Harvester we have to return to Thaalis at the tower, I believe. That would make sense. It does not actually mention where he is, does it? Erud Thaalis. No, I'm pretty sure he's at the tower. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's actually the leader. But it's been a while since I was there. The Poison Fog. Healer Daula. Yes. Okay, well, I suppose since we need to rest anyway, we'll return there, turn in that quest. The healer would be... Where would the healer be? Up here? Yes, yes indeed. Miss Glen has been purged. You tell her the tale. I still remember what Miss Glen was like. Now I see what it is reduced to. Well, I mean, I guess it's still nice, and the only bad effect was the bad air, which has completely cleared away, so it's not really reduced to anything. I know that Haven is our protector, but it will take a long time to heal from this. I hope the gentle coast folk enjoy their prosperity. Anyway, you have done me a kindness. I will make sure word spreads of this. You're doing more good than harm, in places. Thank you for that acknowledgement. Okay, 300 XP for that. no extra reward, but we got plenty actually from that mission alone, so not complaining at all. I'm gonna sell this thing and this thing with a bit of a heavy heart. Yeah, we're gonna swap this over. What am I gonna give up on? I suppose I kind of prefer the speed bonus. Yeah. And the curse resistance is nice, but I mean, is this that good? This ruby pendant? I mean, I don't know. It's not amazing, but I guess it's better and more interesting with its special effect than the silver neck piece with just 2 open slots. And I'm only losing on 1, right? Losing out on 1. That seems acceptable. Yeah. However, we actually need to level up. So instead of resting here, I'm gonna take a bit of a trip over to our fort, where we can also do the swapping. Install augments. Remove the speed bonus. I guess and this. We can hold on to that, of course. And we're going to put the speed bonus into this one. And we're going to put this in our storage space, I guess. Put on the ruby pendant. Yeah, and that thing we can just sell. Alright. Oh yeah, this rune. I forgot. So, unfortunately now he's down to no hit chance, no extra hit chance whatsoever. But I guess this is more interesting. And eventually I'll have a better hood. I mean, technically I guess we might already have access to it. Cowl, spider silk. Yeah, my reasoning... Okay, yeah, my reasoning obviously was to skip this one because it doesn't even offer an additional slot. This one does, though. Right. Well, we should have access to this sometime soon. And then, of course, I might be able to, or might end up putting that hit chance rune back in. But for now, the more interesting and also useful Battle Medic rune, I guess. Okay, yeah, put that in storage as well. And let's see here. For her first, because I mean, I might have been planning to actually improve the fireball first before poison rain. It's only a 10% increase for poison rain, and the base damage is lower. And the main benefit is poisoning things that are susceptible. I could actually get rid of the icy wave and... Oh wait, no, that's weakness. I keep thinking this is slow because it looks like slow, you know, the shackles. No. Wait, don't we actually have slow? Oh, wait, no. This time warp does slow enemies. Yes. Okay, right. And haste is actually a cleric spell. Right. Okay, so we could get slow, but not instead of icy wave, which I was kind of thinking about, but yeah, no. Unfortunately, not a thing. I mean, I never call bones. I could get weakness instead. No, never mind. That doesn't make sense. I never used that. Yeah, slow would be useful for sure. But, well, for now I think it's gotta be fireball. You know, I use that when I want to deal as much damage as possible. So it makes sense to make it as strong as possible and as efficient as possible. So, yeah. Just double checking. I mean, she has that maxed out. That's awesome. Row Endures is useful for sure. Free Mind is fine as it is. Because these mental effects don't tend to last much longer than that anyway. So, yeah, that should be fine for the most part. She has already got this one. Right, this is not really going to help her at all. Okay, so, yeah, I guess all of her next couple of points are going to go into, well, Poison Rain and then eventually Time Warp, I guess. Or maybe I should get that first with her next point. Getting Terror again is also definitely useful. Anyway, for you, who's always starved for points. I mean, eventually... Oh, never mind. This is only for magical damage bonus. Ah, right, so he does not actually need to get a tier 4 skill here at all. Right, because it's only... There are tier 4 arcane items, I guess. Right, that's good to be reminded of. Oh, I definitely want to... Oh, I want Restoring Rain, so I don't have to rely on the even more expensive Haven's Mercy to cure everyone. This also cures debuffs, which I'm not sure Haven's Mercy does, actually. It says curing, but I think that might be specifically... No, actually it's all curable effects, right? I suppose that does include debuffs. It's just more specific here. Yeah, I think the effect is actually the same, but this one is of course a little bit less expensive. Then again, it's not actually... I mean, I can definitely more easily justify using some of one of my fighters' energy to do an emergency heal, right? Even if it's kind of pricey, at the cost of using a few less special attacks. Whereas, you know, his mana is for buffing and for group healing that is much more efficient. But he does also have more of it, so I don't know. I guess ultimately I want this. Do I want it now is the question. Or do I maybe want to give him the second rank of Resolve like everyone else? I mean, his mental resist is already almost capped. Stun resist could be better. And yeah, mental resist only goes up by 10% more, which is still nice, but you know, not as crucial, I guess. Row protects. Yeah. No, this is just, I don't know. Not good enough, really, unfortunately. If the range was bigger or the effect was greater, I would put some points into this, but as it is, I'm gonna have to. This is gonna have to wait until I have nothing else. Nothing else to put points into, basically. Increased Battle Frenzy seems like a good thing to have. There's so many things. I use this all the time. And we do have Haven's Mercy, so I think I'm gonna go with this for now. As for you guys. Right, you have this, you have 1 rank in healing, mostly for the extra evasion. Really, you have both ranks of this. I did take some points out of row wears down, so I could get that back up to where it could be. I mean, I do use Bull Rush every now and then. Might as well make it as good as it can be, right? I haven't even really considered any of the other skills here. I mean, Terrifying Scream. Sure, that could be useful occasionally, but I don't know. It's also going to create a lot of chaos. I think I'm going to go with improving the skills I tend to use a lot for the time being. For you, yes. I did take 1 point out of Haven's Command, reducing the damage we deal in favor of increasing Resolve of the Row. So yeah, I think I'm going to go back to rank 2 of that. Awesome. Yeah, normally I also do these kinds of things off camera, for good reason, as we all saw, because that just tends to take a while and it's not particularly exciting, I guess. But now at least you get a bit of an update on the process of character development. Yeah. And, well, we're good to go on the next expedition. Yeah, the Harvester quest, of course. Well, we'll advance that next time we're in the area. I'm not going to travel to the Tower of the Erodico now. Although, of course, I suppose now the Guild Naz have the scroll, right? And it's reasonable to assume that they probably took it with them to their headquarters or somewhere, which I believe is in the northern Kranis. But I think I was, yeah, I'm almost certainly going to visit the upper Lodaga before any of the other northern areas. And on the way there I can obviously stop by the tower. So yeah, that should work out. And next time I guess we're gonna probably just head over to the Scala Mines because they're closest to where we are. And then we'll see how long that takes. Obviously, this mission here took us a full episode and then some. Yeah. So I'm obviously not expecting to get both of those remaining quests done in one episode, but you never know. Maybe they're both kind of quick and easy. We'll find out next time. For the time being, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.